Hello. Saturday is June 8th, and it's the annual shroom drop. So I guess people make any type of art that has to do with mushrooms, and they hide it, and other people find it and keep it. So I'm gonna make a couple of these zip bags. So I got the mushroom material. I did a 6x8. I got 4 pieces here. I have a 9-inch zipper. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the front and lay it down. I'm going to take the zipper and lay it backwards on top of it. And I'm going to take the front and lay it face down. So I've got it sandwiched, front sides together and the zipper backwards. And let me just turn that a little bit. I'm gonna get my zipper foot on here. Okay, so let's line this up here. Get my handy dandy clips. And make sure that you have the patterns facing the same direction, which is, right side up, so you don't have an upside down pouch. Okay, and what I'm also going to do is move the zipper down so it's not in my way when I start sewing, and then I'll move it back out of the way later. All right, so let's get started. You can do a little back stitch if you want. And then when you get close to that zipper, you're gonna, let's see if I can, okay, I'm gonna lift this up so I can zip the zipper back up and out of the way, like so, and then finish out the zipper. And you can do a little back stitch too if you want. Okay. Then I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and flatten it out. I'll be right back. Now you can do a top stitch across here to keep the material flat. You don't have to, and I'm not going to, but you can, some people do. Okay, so the second part, you're gonna take and do the same thing. You got your pattern, lay it down so it's face up. Take your zipper, you're looking at your zipper, it's gonna be face down, and pattern face down, so you got it sandwiched again. And let's just clip these. So now, since you're doing the other side, you don't have to move the zipper right away because it's already at the other end. But once you get to the end, you'll move it out of the way. All right, so I got them clipped. Now I'm ready to sew. Once you get close to the zipper, you want to lift that up and scoot it down again out of the way. And sometimes you have to wiggle it to get it to go, but all right, now we're going to finish sewing the zipper. Okay. I'm gonna iron that one too. Okay, looking pretty good so far. You got the front part, and that's going to be the inside. So now you want to change your foot, put your regular foot on there. And you're going to match these up. The insides go with the insides, and the outsides go with the outsides. So you just split them apart. And then for your zipper, you want your zipper to be facing the inside. So you see, there's your outside. So you're going to take this and turn it towards the inside. So I'm going to do that first just to get those going in the right direction. And face that one to the inside. All right. Okay, so then for the inside, which is here, let me put this together. When I sew, I'm gonna leave a space in here so I can pull my bag inside through it so I can finish it. All right, and this is gonna be the outside. And also, I need to unzip my zipper about halfway so I will be able to pull it through. There'll be a hole to pull it through. All right, let's see. Let's get the zipper on the outside and unzip it a little bit. All right, so I've unzipped it about halfway. Okay. Just look again, make sure. Okay, this is the inside of the bag. So I'm going to start not on the end, but about in the middle. So I know where I want to stop to make. Actually, let's do it this way. Okay. So you can do a little back stitch just to kind of reinforce it for when you got to pull it through. So you're going to stitch all the way around it, reinforced by the zipper, and make sure you leave that little space open so you can pull it through. And when I get close to the zipper, I'm going to slow it down because there's a metal piece, and I tend to run over the metal piece, and that makes sure needles get stuck. So let's slow it down. Hopefully I'm past it. I'm close to it. Yeah, let's go back. Actually, okay, I can feel that metal piece, so I want to move it over just a little bit because I don't want that metal piece. I don't want to run over the metal piece. So let's go backwards now. much you can see here, but let's try to see if I can. Okay. Sorry to keep adjusting. I don't quite have this where I want it. All right, so now we're going to come up the other side. And slow down again when I get to the zipper part. And I can feel that metal, so let's see if I can miss it. It doesn't matter if you sew in front or behind of the metal piece, because you're not going to see it anyway. And you could have went back and forth on that zipper up here, which I didn't do, but I usually do. That's what happens when you get old, you forget. Okay, so I'm going to leave that inch space, or 1.5 to 2 inches. And I'm going to reinforce that a little bit. Okay. Now, we're going to trim it. Okay, so you see where I sewed it. I'm going to slice off the corners and then trim up the other sides. So let's go. And then you also trim this zipper that's sticking out, the part that you didn't, that you don't need. Okay. And then here's the thing too, like if you have uneven sides when you're sewing, you know, which here, if you can see, if this side's a little bit longer, it doesn't matter because you're going to cut it off anyway. And usually when you get to that little space that you left to pull it through, I won't cut that off, just to give it a little bit more material to hang on to when you're tying it up, when you're sewing it off, or whatever you want to call it. Side sides. Here. And something I also like to check before I turn it inside out and sew it up is to make sure that I got everything, you know, like I didn't leave a space, like I missed a space and there's going to be a hole. So it looks pretty good. So now let's try to pull it through. You can just grab a corner, which I think is the easiest way to pull it through. And then once you grab a hold of it, just start working it through. That's why we reinforced these edges, so they don't rip out while you're pulling it through. Okay. Getting there. Okay. So, also when I get it all the way out, I'm going to unzip it all the way. See, I can unzip that. Okay. Now I can take my finger back in this little hole and then poke my edges out. If your edges don't poke out, they have tools to poke them out too, but I can usually just pretty much use my finger to get the corners out. And I'm also going to get these corners out. because this I'm going to sew that hole up, because that's the inside of the bag. So that's the part you really don't see a whole lot. Okay, so I'm going to take it over there and iron it, just so I can iron these two down, because that's what I'm going to sew. Excuse me. Alrighty. Now, get this off of here. I'm just going to take a straight line down. And I go all the way across the bag, just so it all kind of has the same look. Okay. And this gets rid of some of the strings, like those and these. All right, now I'm going to turn it inside the way it goes. And then I'm going to give it one more touch of the iron, just kind of flatten it out. But there's the bag, okay? Same on the inside as the out. And let me just run the iron on it. All right, so this is one of the bags I will be hiding Saturday.